It's February, arguably the second most important month for gaming this year. Resident Evil 9 drops the 27th. I already took that day off work. When we talk survival horror, we're talking about the most recognizable franchise in the genre's history, the golden standard. And when we're talking hot blondes in your area, you're hoping it's this man.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
But today, we're going in the opposite direction. We're talking about something discarded, overlooked, a game most fans either forgot or don't even know of its existence. Despite being fully canon, the first non-mainline game in the series, released in 2000 by Capcom and developed by Tose, this was an experiment that ditched fixed cameras entirely and dropped you straight into the T-virus apocalypse from a first-person view. No cinematic angles, no carefully framed scares, just zombies walking directly toward your face on PlayStation 1 hardware that was already begging for mercy. An idea that went half arcade, half nightmare. So sit tight, because today we're playing
Resident Evil Survivor.
a game that I genuinely enjoyed because of the lore, the different experience, the infinite bullets, and because it fits my goal of playing every single game in the franchise. No matter how bad the ratings were, it honestly didn't matter while I was playing it. This short adventure checked a lot of boxes for me. There isn't much history on how this game came to be, other than Capcom wanting to test and expand the limits of the franchise. Originally known as Biohazard Survivor, the game was developed with the intention of using the Namcon GunCon, which I didn't even know existed until now. In the European and Japanese versions, you could actually play this like an arcade shooter in your living room. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. No shit, Sherlock. If you bought this game and blindly saw the menu, you'd probably think you were in for the regular experience. Everything feels familiar right until the gameplay starts. A narrator gives us the context on the events that took place in Raccoon City in 1998, the events of Resident Evil 2 and 3, an uncontrollable outbreak that turned into the complete destruction of the city. However, the incident repeats itself in a different place, Sheena Island, at a different time, 2 months after, in the game we're playing today. The opening cutscene shows a truck on fire, zombies floating the area, and a helicopter attempting to escape. A man dressed like a church member, wearing the Umbrella Corporation logo, is hanging from the side of the chopper. He loses his grip and falls to what is probably his death. Moments later, the helicopter itself crashes, and it seems like we're taking control of the pilot. The man wakes up alive, his head aching, which is fair. I mean, that's normal, you just survive certain death. Claiming he cannot remember anything. His name is... I don't know. He's clearly going through an amnesic episode. Why would I know? What he does have is a gun. He needs to remember and he needs to survive. Now we take control. Menu looks a little different, but the basics are the same. Now, infinite bullets do affect the mechanics and flow of the game. That means the exploration will reward with healing items mostly. Suddenly, this is not survival horror anymore, just action horror. The map is better than the Dino Crisis one, I'll tell you that. Visually, I think the game still looks decent. Tank controls remain the same, but instead of fixed camera angles, we're seeing the world through the survivor's own eyes. A helicopter. Was I on this? I mean, you are here, so it's either that or Umbrella's Mother Goose, brother. Once we get used to the weirdness, we start moving forward. Door transitions are about the same, and I'll argue that the game is actually scarier than some other Resident Evil titles on the console. The ambience, the background sound effects, the grim look, it really pulls you into the character, and we know this formula works in first person, as we saw later with 7, 8, and most likely Resident Evil 9. As we walk through the dark alley, we find the man who was hanging from the helicopter earlier, definitely dead. Our character tries to recognize him, flashes of memory, but nothing fully clear yet. The body is holding a pendant engraved with the name of Ark Thompson. Rest in peace, Ark. While inspecting it, something begins approaching us slowly from behind. Our first zombie. We press R1, aim with a reticle, and unload into the undead. It takes several bullets, but that's expected in a Resident Evil game. We grab the key he provided, thank you for that, and keep moving. The amnesiac man might not remember anything, but I know exactly what I'm doing. We enter what looks like a movie theater, and the instant shift in music tells you exactly what's coming. Zombies, several of them. But that's not the only shift. The game becomes very linear. Door locks behind you, paths close permanently, and there's no going back. Not a big fan of that. I try to interact with everything I can, but there isn't much to do. What actually matters are the few notes scattered through the game. These documents mention familiar names: Nikolai, Albert Wesker, Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, the telling you that what's going down here is completely parallel to those stories. Something else I noticed, zombies you kill will often respawn when you return to the same areas. I do have infinite pistol ammo, but engaging in combat more than once is completely optional. Then the awful dogs show up. Here, they're even more annoying because following them with your reticle is quite tricky. If you don't shoot them enough times, they will get dividing on you. Out into the streets we go, and apparently Capcom decided we weren't tense enough already. As we approach a payphone, it starts ringing. We picked it up, someone hangs up on the other side, which means we're being watched. As we keep moving, Capcom also thinks that 20 minutes into the game was the perfect time to spike the difficulty. We casually encounter a licker. Now, I know lickers are blind, so logically I should be able to walk past it quietly, but another licker joins the party in fashion. I start unloading 9mm rounds in panic. They are fast, they leap at you, and they take multiple magazines to bring down. This game really seems designed to keep you under constant pressure. Across the street, another payphone rings. This time someone answers, "Vincent, you're a murderer."
I'm a what?
Our survivor is clearly lost. Not only is he dealing with amnesia, now he's being crushed by guilt, courtesy of a stranger who apparently knows everything about him. We enter some sort of an arcade, and in a cutscene, a helicopter is flying overhead, dropping SWAT-looking units into the area. The man in charge orders them to sweep everything. Seems like they're going to be trouble in sight. As we explore the arcade, we see zombies getting gunned down by the same units that arrived by helicopter. They look human, but they sound like animals. After some digging, I found out that these are the Undertaker unit, also known as trash sweepers, an Umbrella Special Forces squad tasked with removing all evidence of bioorganic weaponry. Ironically, the majority of the soldiers were bioweapons themselves. This is the only game where they make an appearance. While investigating the creepy arcade in this creepy town, two of the cleaners get taken out through a window. A man yells, "Die, Vincent, die!" Definitely the voice from the phone. Now, why did you say Vincent if you wanted him dead? Make it make sense. I thought we were going to face him, but he bolted. We grab a crowbar and head down to what it looks like a casino. More cleaner units appear. I'm starting to wonder what exactly they're cleaning here. First aid sprays are back, so are colored herbs. Mixing them gives you the usual effects. Like any proper Resident Evil game, we use a crowbar and head down into the sewers, because of course we do. Down here we find an entrance painted that reads, "No one is admitted without a permit." And we head in, no permits, no parley. Inside, we discover a small dormitory. Shotgun shells are lying around, which tells me we're about to get a shotgun and limited rounds we're going to fire. The notes in this room belong to the sewer janitor, giving some backstory on Vincent. How cruel, how feared, and how is rumored to be performing horrific experiments on children brought from all over the world. Disturbing stuff indeed, but completely believable from someone high up in Umbrella. The diary ends with one final entry. The janitor took a photo when Vincent came down into the sewers as a souvenir. When we find that picture, it's us. We are Vincent. Now, I do find curious how this amnesic man hasn't seen himself in a mirror since he came to consciousness. How could he know what he looks like? But whatever. Vincent, taking all that truth at once, seems to be taking a toll on him. Then suddenly, a child runs into the room, begging not to be killed before escaping. He definitely knows who Vincent is. We just wanted to talk, but now we're forced to chase him. Not before fighting more lickers, of course. I love how NPCs always run through danger untouched. While the moment we set foot in the same place, in the same time, bad things happen to us, suffering from success. Something that made absolutely no sense to me is the fact that when entering a room, meaning you fully step inside, in certain instances, zombies will come and attack you from behind. What's the reasoning behind that? Am I blind? Did he enter the room with me? Did I go through the door and spawn 3 tiles forward? We make it to some sort of a prison facility. Notes found here tell us that Vincent ran the operation underground and that the prison chief sent Umbrella headquarters a fake suicide report involving 20 guinea pigs, the prisoners used for experimentation. In reality, the prison chief actually witnessed the mass murder committed by Vincent Goldman during their escape attempt. This might genuinely be one of the most ruthless and despicable acts ever committed by a Resident Evil character. We finally reach the prison cells where we find some burnt prisoners. Notes here also provide context about the inmates planning their escape. Does everyone on this island journal their thoughts? Should I start doing the same? These pages reveal how everyone on the island worked for Umbrella.
And not just the men, but the women. And the children, too.
The guinea pigs were abducted from different parts of the world: China, Russia, Brazil, Japan. Their ages ranged from 16 to 20. At times, they were taken by Umbrella members to arcades so they could relieve stress. Everything described in these notes is depressing. On October 9th, the guinea pigs began organizing and planning their breakout. On October 10th, the execution of the plan began. As we continue through the prison, the showers gives us a nice gift, the shotgun, which I had to debut immediately. Game to game, all shotguns vary, so we need to know what we have in our hands. Okay, I'm convinced. Crowd control weapon. I'll be honest, at this point I'm just pushing forward. There is no clear indicator of where to go. So we head outside into the prison courtyard, and what I find there is nothing short of terrible. Hunters. These lizard mother flippers are the worst enemy you can encounter in a Resident Evil game, and here they are no different. 2 shotgun blasts will put one down, but now I only have 4 shells left. Was that worth it? I don't know, but I can tell you that my first death came at their hands. Boy, do I hate them. After more hunters and moths, we somehow end up in the sewers again. A door slams shut behind us, followed by an evil laugh, which you can safely assume belongs to the man stalking us. Then, the icing on the cake arrives in alligator form. Not one, but 2 oversized reptiles emerge from both sides trying to eat you. Good scene, good hard-fought fight, definitely one of the highlights of the game in my opinion. At this point, you can start considering our survivor as a tough guy. Maybe not on Leon level, but he's getting up there. We head up to the streets, where we can finally breathe fresh air, and are dropped right in front of the Umbrella headquarters. A headache follows as memory begins floating back. I explore the streets to make sure I don't miss anything, but everything is locked. And this is the truck on fire from the game's beginning. Inside, everything is destroyed to the ground, and there is hunters. Great. I'm low on bullets and healing. I'm starting to consider running from them as an option. We take an elevator that conveniently delivered us to the exact floor we need, because it triggers a cutscene. Inside a burned office, the security camera are still intact. A little girl is sitting somewhere nearby. We tried to contact her, but more flashbacks strike. It seems like the incident at the start of the game began right here. There's a keycard, let's grab it. Mr. X thinks otherwise. I was not expecting him in this game at all. He's intimidating but slow. 2 full clips to the face seem to put him down, hopefully for good. I'm not sticking around to find out. We grab the keycard and anything else we can. I believe everyone on this island went to the same therapist because no joke, even Vincent had a diary. His notes describe how he dealt with escaping of guinea pigs, how he kept everyone silent about the incident, and how internal resistance began forming against him. A boy named Lot informed Vincent of a spy who had infiltrated the city. The spy's goal was to interfere with Vincent's operation. Soon after, the civilians were prepared to report the guinea pig incident directly to Umbrella. So what did Vincent do in retaliation? He released the T-virus across the city, starting the outbreak. Everyone is now a zombie, proving the bioweapon's effectiveness in Umbrella's plans. That's a win for him. The only problem left for Vincent was eliminating the meddlesome spy. While testing damage values, I know headshots do more damage than a body shot, but what about leg shots? Well, zombies here don't die no matter how many bullets you have to put in their knees or ankles. Boss-sized health bar when you shoot at the bottom half here. Refund me my money please, literally unplayable. They do fall sometimes. The keycard grants us access to the surveillance room we previously saw through the cameras. A voice message plays, Vincent's mother devastated by his actions, begging him to leave Umbrella and come back home. I do have to criticize the voice acting. That could very well be me doing a high-pitched voice. Vincent's mother message was a tape being played by the little girl. Turns out she's the brother to the kid we were following before. Seriously, do you have infinite bullets too? How have you possibly dealt with half the things I face on my way here? The kid is ready to fight Vincent with a bat at hand. He swings it just like Harry Mason for some reason. We try to explain we're not bad and he bolts again. Tapes and notes here contain sensitive information on the games being built to report Vincent's wrongdoings to Umbrella. Mr. X says he's not done. I'm not sure if this is the same one or a different model. Either way, it's bad news. His slowness, however, once again proves to be his downfall. We head down into the classic parking lot section. Awful ducks everywhere, but also there's a grenade launcher. Through the gutters, we catch glimpses of the escaping kids, and since we have nothing better to do, we start killing them. Not in a peaceful manner, of course. I tried running past them, but they seem very prepared for escaping. Now, arachnophobes, be warned. Black tigers are in this game, and they look infinitely worse in person. I didn't even try to fight them. We find a house, might as well check it out. Nothing unusual until we spot someone hiding inside a wardrobe. It's the sister of the kid we've been trying to talk to this whole game. Turns out the boy we've been following is Lot, Vincent's informant. His sister begs us to save him. Lot is heading to the factory searching for a way out of the island. Of course, we have to save him. Up to the factory we go. We pass through a train station, hunters everywhere, and more Mr. X units. At this point, we confirm the theory. Multiple T-00 models were created on this island. Because we don't fight one, we fight up to 5 of them. This is not fun anymore. The silver lining is that we finally reach the factory, and we find the Magnum, the mythical weapon of every Resident Evil game. Based on what we discovered down here, these factories where bioweapon experimentation took place. We restore power and continue advancing, encountering even Plant 43 specimens. We might not be at Umbrella's route, but this is definitely one of his nests. The notes found here describe the worst parts of the guinea pig experiments. Their goal was to extract a specific brain chemical, B-hetero-non-serotonin, harvested through vivisection, meaning the subjects were alive, no anesthesia, their brains dissected while conscious. These experiments led directly to the creation of tyrants. I just want to bomb this island. The deeper we go, the heavier the resistance becomes. I'm extremely low on healing items, and I don't want to use my heavy weaponry yet. We even reach a full T00 laboratory, dozens of them. This could go sideways very fast. I also discovered that the grenade launcher is completely ineffective against Mr. X. We hear a boy scream, obviously Lot. Why is he here? This kid is aware of his plot armor. Lot is attacked by a hunter and somehow survives. Vincent, the evil guy, kills the hunters in the vicinity, saves the kid, proving to be trying to do good. Lot finally trusts him. Lot asks for forgiveness. Why? That's when the biggest plot twist of the game hits. He says,
"You're the detective. Your name is Ark Thompson."
What?
he explains that he ran away earlier because he's the one who reported his plans to the real Vincent Goldman. Ark, meaning us, infiltrated the island, modifying our appearance to impersonate Vincent. Things make much more sense now. The plan proposed by Lot is to escape using the railway system. Kid goes to find his sister, the self-destruction system activates, the island is going to blow, and gaming coming. We have one objective now, reach the railway station. It's our only way out of this cursed place.
That's right. At the request of my friend Leon S. Kennedy, I came here to investigate. Oh, yes. I remember everything.
What makes the game even better? Leon mentioned. Ark starts remembering what happened prior to the helicopter crash that led to his amnesia. The conflict with Vincent started because Lot ratted him out. Guilt-free Ark is on the run now. We are officially one of the good guys. I start collecting every piece of ammo I can and cleaning every room. Plant 43 returns, highly venomous by the way. We find a master key and one of the tyrants is still developing in a lab. Notes explain once again how these monsters are created through grotesque human experimentation, all under Vincent's orders, who we are not anymore. We're almost out. The railway station can't be far now. Suddenly, someone opens fire, the leader of the cleaner unit. He activated the island's detonation protocol and it's about to shoot, when the worst possible thing appears. The tyrant is alive and he's not interested in conversation. I pull out the magnum. I believe the time has come. Shooting and retreating proved to be the way to beat him. We keep pushing forward, but he's not done, and clearly mutated. They have never gone down in one round. Undertaking units are in our way as we head to the railway station. This part is not serious. I'm having a shootout with an MP5 wielding monkey unit. Past them lies the railway station. We activate the train, more cleaner units appear, but after dealing with them, Ark and the kids board the railway car. Peaceful music begins playing. This feels like coming home on Friday after work. Lot guides us into an elevator leading to the heliport. Escape will be by helicopter. I don't know if I trust a chopper piloted by Ark, but that's just me. Just when things seem too good to be true, the Spider-Man tyrant shows up. Round 2, not gonna lie, that's creepy. But this is the moment I've been waiting for. I check my inventory, I've been hoarding everything. Magnum rounds, grenade launcher ammo, it's time. He's fast, he's lethal, but he's not ready for me. He takes everything I have, every bullet, but he finally goes down. I'll say it again, and I made my mind. Ark Thompson is absolutely up there with the Leons and Chris's. Not going to argue. But 2 rounds aren't enough. Round 3 with a mutated, uglier version of this guy. Just another health bar, faster and different attack pattern. My bullets were fully depleted, so I ended up fighting this guy with a regular infinite ammo handgun. I don't recommend it. It took me around 12 minutes, probably the longest boss battle I ever had in my life. I thought I was doing something wrong. Surely there's no round 4, right? Ark gets into the helicopter with the kids and pilots it away as the island detonates behind us. The kids are safe. But the tyrant still isn't done. Ark pulls an ace combat move. One missile gets him off the chopper, the second missile blows him out of the sky. Tyrant eliminated for real this time. Happy music begins playing as Ark flies into the distance and the credits start rolling. What a game. Don't believe every review you see online. Some things have to be experienced by yourself, understand the context they were done under. You can't judge something until you actually spend time with it. Ark Thompson deserves a comeback, a remake, a sequel, or even a secondary role in another game. There is PS2 survival titles, but none of them are about Ark. The game shows you your final score, collected weapons. I missed several handguns due to the branching paths. I blame the level design that doesn't allow backtracking. New Game Plus exists. Is it worth it? Yeah, if you got the time and nothing else to play. The alternate routes slightly change cutscenes, but nothing drastic. I don't know where we go from here, but I'll tell you this. February 27, 2026, Resident Evil Requiem. I'll see you there. My name is Jorcelis, and with nothing else to say, good night.